Because there's always that one mother in my kids' classroom. You know, everybody knows there's that one mother, that over-prepared, party planning, snack making asshole mother. You all know her. You all know her. And if you don't know her, then you are her, so be very careful.
Stay at home and you do nothing.
I haven't decided who's going to win the prize this year, but last year the winner of the most annoying mother in my kids' classroom was Emily's mother. My daughter goes to school with this little girl named Emily. My daughter came home in tears, and she's like, Mama, the tooth fairy came to see Emily, and at Emily's house the tooth fairy puts glitter all over the floor and left her a Barbie and a bracelet and $20 for her tooth. And my daughter is in tears, and she was like, why doesn't the tooth fairy like me? So I took my daughter aside. I said, honey, you know what, you're old enough for Mom to tell you the truth about the tooth fairy now. And the truth is that Emily's mother is a liar. The real tooth fairy won't go to Emily's house. Emily's mother pretends to be the tooth fairy. Now that real tooth fairy, she comes to our house and leaves you a nice sweaty $1 bill rolled up under your pillow. Sometimes the real tooth fairy has a couple of blender drinks, maybe a couple of beers on the flight. Sometimes she forgets. Always get a bonus dollar the next night if she forgets. That's the real tooth fairy. That's her. She will not go to Emily's house because Emily's mother's an asshole. We all hate Emily's mother. And we all know one. We all do. I always say, you know, my mother and I are good friends. I always say parenting is very different now. Parenting is much, much different. My mother, when we were little, at 8 o'clock in the morning, my mother would say, y'all go outside. That was parenting. We would not see her for 8 hours. That was it. She would lock the door. Y'all go outside. If we weren't outside, we didn't have a juice box, a bag of crackers, and goldfish, and raisins. We got nothing. If we were thirsty, we drank out of the hose. Hose drinkers? Hose drinkers. And in the summertime, that hose laid in the yard, that water was hot. Sometimes my mother would give us money to go down to the candy store. She'd say, here's some money, y'all just go away, go outside, leave me alone. And we would stop on the way to the candy store. We would stop at the playground. Very different from my kids' playground. My kids' playground has wood chips on the ground. In case the little child falls, he won't get like a bruise on his arm. We had just cement. Slab of cement. You broke your arm if you fell down. That's what you got. We had equipment that would just kill you. We had a swing set. If you get everybody on it at the same time. You could get the legs to come. Our goal was just to decapitate one of our friends. At one point, some of the daddies in the neighborhood got scared, so they poured cement into the footings, and we found out we could get my brother and his friends to get on it and make the cement glob come up out of the ground. And at that point, the game was who can put their arm in and out without getting it cut off. Okay, so we had one of those whirligig metal things. Remember those things you like run and jump on? And there was always that one person that didn't make it. Sucked up underneath there. Rain gully. We had one of those metal horses on a spring, you know, that the horse part of ours had fallen off, and we just had a big metal knob. And then we had a slide. My kids' playground at their school, the slide is plastic and green and curvy. It will not hurt you. We had a big, giant metal slide. And it just sat in the sunshine. coin, it wasn't so much a slide, it was a broiler pan for your ass. We all had it, and you start at the top, and so usually you had the little shorts on, so half your bottom is hanging out anyway. So you start at the top, and you're like, your bottom is searing off. And there was always that one Mensa member in the crowd that said, hey, y'all, we can go faster if we put some sand up on there. So your burned bottom is sliding through sand, and you're just crying by the time you get to the bottom. So we would leave the playground at this point. We would go to the candy store with our money in hand, and we would buy. My mother didn't care how much candy we ate. She didn't care because it was all inedible. We had atomic fireballs and lemon heads and pixie stick dust. It's a wonder nobody got asphyxiated from pixie stick dust. We had the entire family of wax candies. Remember those wax lips? Wax bottles. You bite the top off and you suck out that really yummy juice out of there. What was that? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to eat that. It's like eating a birthday candle. Then you get to the candy that's like a Mary Jane, or now they had like wax paper where it was like a block, and you try to peel the paper off, but there was always that one piece of paper on the bottom. Couldn't quite get it off. What do you do with that? You just eat the paper. And then you get to the jewelry aisle, the candy jewelry. Remember those? The candy bracelets and rings. Oh, and the necklaces. What I loved about the necklaces, they were never long enough. So you're eating them like this. You're all like, so you've got colored spit just dripping all down in there. Dripping it down, and then you get to the best aisle of all, candy cigarettes. Oh my God. They don't have those now, not PC. Not PC, can't have them, but we would go down there. And if you get the bubblegum kind, you could just go, you're blowing smoke. And my mother was like, you buy your candy cigarettes, you buy your candy jewelry. Be a candy hooker, I don't give a shit. Come out.